Following on from concerns about people using grok to make sexualized images of children and women, but at the beginning you just people were saying women and now allegedly it's children, which makes it more concerning. And from then, um, Ofcom have been looking into it and they will be looking into it more. And the UK could potentially, alongside with the help of Ofcom, potentially ban Twitter in the UK. Countries like Indonesia and Malaysia have, as far as I'm aware, banned grok, but not Twitter. So you can't access grok in their countries. I don't know if you can access it with VPN or stuff like that, but because of these concerns, and many people maybe people still defend it in terms of not defend those actions of what people are using grok for, but they say it's about censorship and all these other things. But then they don't want to speak about potentially women and children being sexualized without their consent. In terms of women and children, there's no conversation about consent or no consent. You can't do it either way. Um, so it's a shame that people still try and say keep Twitter, and even more of a shame is that allegedly Twitter has uh, like if you use Grok, you can't make those images allegedly, but if you're a paid subscriber, you can. All of this allegedly, but that's what it seems like. So instead of making Groks not make these images at all, now it's only for paid people who subscribe to the paid subscription. And now we have news. MP felt violated after AI image of her in bikini. This is from a BBC News article. A Suffolk MP said she had been left violated after an image of her was manipulated using AI technology so that she appeared in a bikini. Jess Asato, MP for Lowestoft, said on Sunday that thousands of comments were left in response to the image, including some with more manipulated images of her. It comes after other women recently reported they had found similar sexualized images of themselves on social media platforms, describing it as dehumanizing. Technology Secretary Liz Kendall said sexually manipulating images of women and children were despicable and the government would be banning these tools. Asato posted on X explaining that her image had been manipulated and the BBC saw examples of such images in the comments. However, it is not clear if the images and these posted in the reply had been created using X's much criticized AI chatbot Grok. A spokesperson for X said that it was taking action by removing the content permanently, suspending accounts, and working with the local governments and law enforcement. Asato said she had also seen the issue on other platforms and was hoping to see the government accelerate plans to ban the tools. One of the things that many victims have told me is that they do feel violated, and I'll be honest, while this was not an extreme as any of those examples, it does feel violating, she told BBC Radio Suffolk's Wayne Pavin. I would never even put a picture of me wearing a bikini publicly. I wouldn't do that. In fact, I don't wear one on the beach even. It's about choice and it's about consent. The people who are doing this want to remove women's choice and consent over their own images. While of course I know it's AI, viscerally inside it's very, very realistic, and so it's really difficult to see pictures of me like that. Even though I know it's fake, it looks like me. The article goes on for a little longer, and like I just read, we don't know if those particular images are made with grok or not, which also speaks about the wider AI market, if you like, in terms of focuses on grok. Maybe look at other AI chatbots and platforms. But the reason why I'd say grok is being highlighted is because people are able to, regardless if they have grok, the grok app or not, they are able to go on Twitter and say at grok and say make this woman in a bikini or whatever they want to say. So that's why people are seeing it more. And you don't need any apps. You just, if you have Twitter, then you can just do that. Whereas other apps, I feel like you have to make it in those apps by yourself. And if you want to spread it, you have to actually go out there and spread it. Whereas on Twitter, you can just put a command in at grok do this, and it automatically uploads for everyone to see, particularly if you're a public account. So I guess now this, of course, we don't know. It potentially it could be grok doing those images, but it does raise concerns that maybe other AI platforms also allowing people to make such images, even if those platforms they don't automatically put it onto social media because they're not connected to a social media platform like grok is. Yeah, it's still an issue, and I guess people will need to make sure chatbots and other AI things are programmed in a way where they are not doing such things.